If you crochet and wash that crochet, eventually you will encounter pilling. Pilling is those little fuzz balls that you get on top of your crochet that makes your work look kind of dirty and disgusting. So we're gonna find out some ways to eliminate these fuzz balls. I'm Alysha Littlejohn of Littlejohn's Yarn, and today we are gonna be looking at the Gleaner Fuzz and Lint Remover. This item was provided by We Crochet. If you want more information about it, it'll be down in the description box below. But this is the Gleaner. All it is like a lint brush on top. And at the bottom, there's places where you can like rake across your crochet to pull off those pilling balls all over your work. So it comes with 3 attachment pieces. I already have the first attachment piece. All you do is take it off and it comes in this little bag. Let me show you the other attachment pieces right here. Each one does a specific thing. One is for really bad pilling for heavy duty bulky yarns, and all the way down to the smallest one for like finer texture fabrics like t-shirts and so forth. So I'm not going to talk too much about this. We're going to take it right down the table and see if it's really worth it. All right, let's take a closer look. Here's everything that came in the kit. You'll receive the bag, the instructions, 3 attachment pieces, and the Gleaner itself. The first thing that I noticed about the Gleaner is not electric. I assumed that it was, but it's not. So it's just worked by arm power itself. So the top of it is just a lint brush, and the bottom is where you attach the pieces right here. And I guess this is the button to disconnect the pieces. So let me show you what the pieces look like up front. Each one of these pieces are worked for a different type of fiber. So let me show you the first one. This first one is worked for large and bulky pills, best for wool and like synthetic blends. If I run my finger across it, it's a little rough to the touch. It feels like a sandpaper fence, if that makes sense. And the second one, this one is made for medium to large pills, best for synthetics and blends such as polyester, rayon, cashmere, and merino wool. I don't know if you can see this well, but this one completely feels like sandpaper. All right, and let me show you the last one. The last one is, all of these are marked on the back of them, so you know exactly what they are. Like this one's 1, 2, and this is the third one. This one is for finer fibers. This also reminds me of not exactly a fingernail file. It's a little bit smoother than that. It reminds me of like a rough ceramic, if that makes sense. All right, so now we're going to test these out on some pretty beat up crochet items. This is a crochet pillowcase that I've had for several years and washed many times. As you can see, it's covered in little pills everywhere. Let's see if we can defuzz this item. All right, I'm going to first test this out with the number 2 because I don't want to mess up my pillow. Actually, this pillow is pretty old, so it can be messed up. So we are going to be working 1/2 and leaving the other half undone so we can compare the 2. So let's see. We're just going to rake. Oh, this is super easy. It's not tearing up any of the stitches at all. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, look at the fuzzies. This is oddly like relaxing. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's see what happens when I put on the bigger one, number 1. So we're going to switch it out.
3 hours later.
This works pretty nice. All right, I'm going to finish this and let you see a before and after and try something else. On the left-hand side, we used the Gleaner. As you can see, it removed about 75% of the ugly dark pills. But on that side, it did leave like a halo effect on the yarn, as if somebody brushed the yarn. All right, I wanted to see if this blanket can handle the heavy-duty pilling of this blanket right here. So I'm going to try to give you an up-close look. This one has huge pills all over it. Can you see them? It's kind of hard to see on this. So we're going to test this out and see if you can even get the pills off of here. So I'm just going to do a quick run.
1 hour later.
I'm not liking this that much. Let's see the fuzz. We're just doing this middle section here. When working this, you're going to have to like run it over the material over and over and over again. All right, so let's take a closer look. All right, let me pull it closer. It's kind of hard to see on the camera. But from what I can see, I'm not the biggest fan. So I'm going to take this up to the top of the table and give you my final review on the Gleaner Fuzz Remover. All right, I'm ready to give you my review on the Gleaner Fuzz Remover. So I want to give you some of the positives first. I do like that it's non-electric. You don't have to worry about charging it or putting batteries with it. I do like that it comes with 3 attachment pieces. So if you're working with a tougher, a fabric that has more pills all over it, you can use number 1. If you're working with something that's more fine, you can use the attachment piece number 3. I also like if it's a newer crochet project and been recently washed 1, 2, 3 times, this removes the little pilling perfectly. So now I'm going to give you my negatives on it. I do not like how it is so messy. There's lint everywhere. I only say it's messy because I've used an electric lint remover and it was able to collect all the lint in one spot. So I'm noticing lint all over my body. Also, if you're working with something that's extremely old, that's been washed dozens and dozens of times, this does nothing for you. I enjoyed the electric shaving lint removers. That was able to get more of that pilling, did I say it right? That pilling off the crochet. This is not great for older crochet items. This is wonderful for newer crochet items. This is a little bit messy, but if you don't mind, that's okay. So I'm ready to give you my final review on the Gleaner Fuzz Remover. On a scale of 1 to 5 balls of yarn, I'm going to give this 3 balls of yarn because it does serve a purpose. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this review, make sure you check out my other ones and I'll see you all on the very next video. Bye guys.